Hello, my name is Kevin Anderson. I'll be doing a persuasive speech over synthetic marijuana. And it's going to be telling you about the do's and don'ts and the negatives about synthetic marijuana. And so, synthetic marijuana is also known as a synthetic drug, also known as synthetic cannabis. It's called a designer drug because you have to do things to the drug to make it effective. Like they add chemicals and everything to the actual spices, and they also call it K2. And K2 is like a drug that makes your mind kind of go crazy and actually kind of like slows everything down. It makes everything kind of euphoric. And whenever you can actually take this drug in many kind of different ways. You can smoke it, or you can like put it in like a vaporizer, or you can even eat it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can take this drug into your body, and that's why it's so bad for everyone, because you can buy it over the counter in certain states. And the availability of this drug is very widespread, and like when it comes to getting the drug, it's really easy, which makes the drug a lot more dangerous to like everyday people. Like once you're 18, you can buy this drug. And it's not like other drugs where you have to go to certain places to get it. You can just go to a store and buy this drug, which is why it needs to be more known that the drug is actually something a lot worse than what it actually is, because it's actually kind of cheap too. There's a chemical in marijuana that's called tetrahydrocannabinol, and it's also known as THC. And this drug, the spice drug, it actually works as a mimic of the THC. So it tricks your mind into thinking you're actually taking marijuana into your system, but you're actually not. And the drug doesn't really have a brand name. It's always in different types of places, small businesses, stuff like that sell it over the counter. So there's not really like a huge brand name where it says we sell this and do this. And the main reason why drug users like to use this is because it doesn't show up in P-tests. Like the actual chemicals that are in the drug, they don't show up whenever you're trying to get a job interview or you have to take a test for anything. It just kind of goes through your system and it doesn't really cause any effect on your physical being. And the drug was actually started in Europe in 2004 when they decided to get a bunch of spices together, and then they found out that these spices actually make the same effects of marijuana. In the United States, it was actually very illegal for a whole minute, and then they actually started letting people have it and use it and have it in like stores and stuff like that. But when you're taking this drug, it actually like marijuana kills brain cells, but synthetic marijuana goes in and it tries to destroy your brain like slowly. Like every time you use it, every time you inhale, it'll just start to take over your brain, and you'll lose all kinds of sense of ability on anything. The drug, when it goes into your system, it works something on your neck to cause paralysis, also known as being paralyzed. And you can be paralyzed from the neck down, the hips down. You can lose feeling in an arm. It can also cause you to go blind, which is why you actually... It works on the iris, like way deep in your eye, and it causes it to just stop working. And of course, smoking, it'll cause heart problems because of the actual smoke into your lungs and into your heart. Well, the smoke doesn't go into your heart, but you know what I'm saying. And there are actually petitions online that are trying to get the drug to actually be taken off the market and also be outlawed in certain states and everything else. Like marijuana is one thing and synthetic marijuana is another. Like they're two completely different herbs, but just synthetic marijuana causes a lot more problems in life than marijuana. And that was the persuasive speech that I was trying to get to you. And thank you very much.
Thank you.